I can't thank you enough for the way things have been going in my life lately, man. It's been going great.
Hey, sit down, bro.
Yeah. Just working on the farm truck, but I figured I'd swing on up here. And I was down the Legion this weekend.
Yep.
I'm a rock star down there now.
Oh, did you have to play a gig down there or what?
No, I just went in there, had a couple drinks, and they were like, we heard that you're going to be Ernie Halfling in Stoned Meat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they, you know, I drank for free all night. It was just like, I'm a celebrity down there.
Some of them
now.
old timers still remember.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, I know. I thank you very much for that. So.
Yeah, well, getting a little excitement out there ahead of time. There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Yep, that's true.
Get them pumped.
Yeah, get them pumped up.
And hopefully this will go down cool. I think it will. I think it will.
Give me the lowdown on Ernie Halfling's drumming style and stuff, because it's hard to. I've talked to some. There were some of the people that actually saw the original performance by Petrified Flesh, and they explained his style as being, you know, very intense, and he had the spin like this, which I've been working on, as you can see. And, the thing that, you know, I understand that he had a big breakdown towards the end of his performance. Now, what was that all about?
I think really what it was, I think he was just overwhelmed by the moment. He'd never been in a venue that large before.
That is a big venue.
And I think there was a little bit, he was getting picked on a little bit by other band members.
Right.
Nothing serious, nothing serious, but Ernie just had, he was the type of artist that was just, didn't have a large threshold before he'd blow up, you know?
Right.
And,
yeah.
you know, after that particular night, he was really never heard of in the music scene again. I don't know, it was a shame, you know.
It was too bad.
A damn waste of talent, but
yeah,
that's the way it goes, you know. Some people, they just can't handle that type of pressure.
That's true. That's true.
You know, I think that the whole chemistry behind the whole band was just too much to ignore, and he was a huge part of that chemistry.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that you can recreate.
I got the spin down.
I know you will. I know you'll recreate the essence of what he brought to the band.
Thanks, man. That gives me confidence hearing you say that, BC. And a thing about the spin, Ernie's spin, you know, he was pretty well known for, but he had a different kind of a spin where the stick would just fly out of his hands left and right, and he had tons of sticks. And so I'm assuming because of his skills he did it on purpose. You know, I've heard a couple people say he just couldn't hold on to the sticks, but
well, I think it might have been part of his show.
I think it was part of the show too.
You have to admit that that's an attention grabber. When you get a stick coming flying in your direction, you're paying attention. Ain't no doubt about it.
That's true, and that little girl that they had that was injured in the stick thing was like, that was the only one of the little drawbacks that I remember hearing about. But
that all added to the pressure.
I think though what he was trying to do was just like hit her in the ankle as a, you know, just like, hey, let's rock, little girl, you know. And somehow it just went a little bit high and kind of, you know. But whatever.
And he caught a lot of flack for that from the other band members.
He did, and the other band members, I wanted to bring that up. And first of all, though, the name Stoned Meat is just an incredible rock and roll name. I'm just proud to be in a band like that. I mean, that just is rock and roll. And, you know, to be a tribute band to a tribute band, being Petrified Flesh, is a huge, huge thing for me. But the other band members were also wicked talented, from what I understand. They had a virtuoso piano player, girl. They had
exactly, yeah.
Yep. They had the it was a tuba, I believe, as a bass player, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's, you know, that's a pretty cool thing, you know. And the guitar player was just like a wizard, from what I understand, huh? Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
So you've got your chops cut out for you, my man.
I don't know if I can hold a candle for that.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, we're going to give it a try.
But we are going to try to keep it pretty rough and raw.
Yeah.
And they had played many times together, but they were still rough around the edges, and I think that's the part that we're going to try to portray.
Okay, well that's cool. I can
we're not going for anything perfect here.
Yeah. Good.
Other than the perfect vibe, which I believe they had. And I think we can come close to replicating that.
I agree. What's your thought on, because when they disbanded after Ernie's breakdown, it seemed like the scene the music scene in the area just kind of just fell apart without them involved.
There has almost been absolutely nothing in this area that's happened with the tremendous power.
Yeah.
That brought forth at that time.
Right.
I mean, right. After, it was like the music scene dried up and blew away around here.
That's what I believe that is true. Question, BC. Being a Beatles tribute band, why would you name yourself Petrified Flesh? That's a question that I've had, and I've heard a couple people down the Legion asking that too. Do you know why that was?
Some mysteries will never be solved, bro. It's just the way it is.
That's just tough. You know, I like to try to solve mysteries.
I tried to get that out of some of the older band members that got nothing, got nowhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's something that they're going to take to their grave.
Do you think there'd be any way we could get some of the other band members just to come down sometime and maybe watch us as Stoned Meat, and maybe they could give us some tips?
I'm still in contact with 2 of them.
Okay, good. Good.
And yeah, I would love it if they could come down and give us a few hints, you know.
Yeah.
I think that would
be great. That would just boost my confidence.
How they feel about it, I haven't contacted them to see how they feel about it, but I will. I
heard a little rumor that the initial video that you put up about this project was seen by the piano girl. It was a mixed emotional reaction from what I understand, but I think she was just overwhelmed with, you know, that it was just a huge compliment to her, and that may have been why she broke down crying. And
let's hope so.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So, but
I still talk periodically with the lead guitarist. I have said nothing about the project to him. I'm not really sure if I should bounce it off him. I don't know. I'm going to think about that some more before I do.
Okay.
Maybe as we go down the line, we'll try to bring him into the fold.
That'd be great. If you do, you know, get to that level to talk to him like that, tell him about this spin, and how much, you know, I've been working on it.
That might be the selling point.
That could be the selling point, you know. So this is the drum set we're going to be rocking on.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Doesn't look much like the original. But it'll do the trick.
Okay.
You know,
that's good. Ernie was a hard hitter. I just don't want to break it.
Well, that's why we're going with this model right here. Okay. You're not going to be rupturing any heads on this, and that's going to keep the bottom line where we can manage it.
Okay. But BC, you know, if we're going to follow the template of Petrified Flesh, you know, when you say rupture heads, I just flash back to the little girl. And that's going to be a problem for me during performing, to just try not to injure anybody.
Well, all you got to remember is just pretend the camera is the little girl and don't be hitting the camera.
Okay, yep, I will not hit the camera.
Other than that, have at it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, everything else is replaceable.
Okay, sounds good.
At a modest price, so that's all we need.
Well, I can't thank you enough, man, and to be involved with this.
I think we should get down and have a drink and celebrate this.
Or 2 or 3. Yeah, let's go to the Legion. We'll get them for free.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thanks.
All right, I'll meet you out at the car, brother.
All right, brother.
Thanks.
Take care.